Okay, this is going to be part 3 of our heaviest arrow build to date. So in today's show, we are going to be putting the fletchings on, hopefully, our heaviest arrow to date. So let's set up a couple of things here. Let me get my glue ready. I should have done this prior, but I didn't. So again, we're going to be using the Star Bond Gap Filler Thick. High performance, high performance premium something blah blah. Okay, so it's supposed to be work on carbon fiber and plastic and stuff like that. Put my tip on. Okay, so that's ready to go. So let's grab our first arrow. Set up make sure we're straight here. And, forgot one thing. I need to reset my straight. And these are going to be straight. You guys recall we did the 1 degree offset. I hate glare. Let me tighten this down. There we go. So let me grab my flashlight. I know it's probably going to be a little glary, but two. And 2. Okay. We got to make sure we're perfect here. There we go. Okay. So I declare we are ready to put on our fletchings. So first thing I'm going to do, S for straight. As you can see right there. Get my first fletching ready. Again, this is probably going to be my last video on my arrow builds. My next, well, not my next, but I will sit down with you guys at a later date and show you my other arrows that I did, because I'm sure you're getting burned out on this. I'm not, but you guys might be. Okay, get this flowing down. Get this Star Bond down there. I mean, this stuff is thick. Okay. Stir it around in there a little bit. Okay. Let's put on our first straight fletching. Just hold it here for a few seconds. You should be good here in just a moment. But while I'm waiting, once you guys hit that subscribe button down below and hit that all notification bell where you know I have new videos coming out, and leave me a comment on what you guys think about our arrow builds. Then share it with your family, friends, and your worst enemy. Okay. That one looks good. Rotate it 120. Find my rag and make sure I got these all cleaned up. Okay. Grab my next fletching here. Because I'll tell you guys, doing these arrow builds, if you guys want to get into it, I tell you, it's a lot of fun, especially if you like doing this kind of stuff, which I do. I learn as I go. And it's satisfying knowing that you built your own arrows. So if you screw it up, you only got one person to blame, and that's yourself. And I do that a lot. Okay. I'll blame myself. And again, I make mistakes just like anybody else does, especially when you're in the beginning phases of building your own crossbows, or I should say arrows. Because there's a lot of stuff here. You want to figure out what weight you want, what fletchings you want, what straight or offset, your weights, your insert weights, your knock weights. All that comes into consideration. And that's why it's fun to build. Because you just don't know. Until you build, until you do everything, you won't know. And as I go along, I'm learning more things. Hopefully getting better at these arrow builds. Because it doesn't have to necessarily be a crossbow. You can do it on your compound bows. Same thing. Same exact thing. The only thing I don't do is wraps. I've thought about wraps for fun. But the thing with crossbows and wraps is the writing on the rails will eventually tear up your wraps. You know, start putting scratches in them and all that kind of stuff, where compound bows don't quite do that. I'm going to have to change my other tip here probably. Not this one here, but it'll work for this. Okay. And my final fletching on this. Then we'll let this one dry for a little bit. And then we'll put in some weights in the front. I'm sorry, the field tips. And do some weights. See how much this arrow weighs. That will be the tall tale if I made a heavier arrow. I hope I did. Be nice. But if I don't, hey, it was worth a try. And we'll go from there. Okay. Let's get this one out of here. And we'll let that dry. Looking good. Looking really good. Okay. So let's put on another fletching. Okay. Stick her down the side. Line it up. Tighten it down. Okay, sorry about that. Alrighty, so where was I? Oh, let's mark this. Straight. Got that. There we go. Straight arrow. Alrighty. So let's grab the odd fletching. We'll get that taken care of. Get it all lined up. Grab my glue. And run a bead down. It's hard on the thumbs and hands. Okay, so let's spread it around a little bit. All right. Let's put our first fletching on this arrow. Okay, I want you guys to tell me what you think about this build in the comments. I really do. And if you think there's anything I could do better, let me know. I love comments and I love criticism. Well, sometimes I don't do criticism too well. But I think I'm going to do a video later on about all the equipment that I use. We'll review it, do a quick review on it, and I'll tell you what I think at this point in time. All right, let's get that wiped off. Because I think equipment, of course, has a lot to do with your build, to make your build right. I am a complete idiot. I really am. And I'll show you why I'm a complete idiot. I put my fletching upside down. I sure did. Okay, so let's get that fletching ripped off. Get some cleaner here. Start cleaning it off that. Some of that glue cleaned off. Okay. Yeah, I was going to take some sandpaper, my sanding block, and just go over that really quick. So I got some glue on my fletching remover. Just try to keep that clean. I got some, I forgot to take off the last time I used it, taking off glue. But I'll take care of that at a later date. Okay. So Let's just do a real light sanding here. Because it shouldn't take too much. Okay. Find my, clean that off. Okay, check it. Okay, so I am going to have to go get another fletching. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. All right, so I got my new fletching here. Now, let's me pay attention to what I'm doing. Okay, put my arrow back in. Line it all up, get it in there. Okay. I didn't have to. Oop, yep. Almost screwed up again. I forgot to put it back on 0. Line it up. Tighten her down. Okay. Now, we'll double check. Okay. We're good there. All right. I need to clean that tip off a little bit if I can. Okay. So let's put some glue down. Run that bead down. Again, if you guys aren't subscribed, my analytics show that some of you guys watch it and don't subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a penny. The only thing it's costing is me watching these videos. I see something here that I got to do in just a moment. Because I enjoy making these videos for you guys. And the more comments that I have, the more thumbs up I get, the more stuff I get, the better it's going to get. Okay, I need to take this off. We did it right this time. I just need to remark my spine. There we go. Alrighty. So let's turn this 180 degrees. Or 120 degrees, I'm sorry. Grab my next fletching. Make sure I put it in right. Line up my marks. Okay, that looks good. And we'll lay down some more glue. There we go. Alrighty. Let's put it on. I know I need to do something about a background here. What, I don't know yet. But something. It's kind of dull back there, isn't it? You can leave a comment on it. I don't mind. It's just, I don't know what to put back there. There's not really space per se. There's space, but I still know. Okay. But tell me what you think I should put on there. I can't hang anything really, but we'll figure out something. One of these days. That's the least of my problems, I guess you could say. Okay. All right, let's grab the last fletching here. That's good. Put some glue on it. Spread it around. Okay. And put this last one on. Oop. Okay. So we're almost done with this build. So the only thing that I need to do now is put on the field tips and see what we got. I'll probably end up playing around with the field tips later on to get, my weight. But I'm not going to sit here and do it on camera for you guys. That's going to be kind of monotonous for you. And I don't want monotonous. Okay, that should be good. Wipe it off. Okay. Get her out. I'm going to let that one dry for a few minutes. Move this out of the way. I'll just set it down here. Okay, let me get my field tip. That's 150. Grab my first arrow here. And what I'm going to do real quickly, I'm just going to put a drop in behind and in front. That way, in theory, if it goes into the target, it shouldn't rip off your fletchings, in theory. But we know how theory goes. Okay, so that's done. Let's grab the scale. Let that dry for just a second. We'll just grab a couple of tips out of here and see what we got. Okay, so let's get a couple of tips out of here. 150 grain tips. Let me grab my arrow here. And we'll put the first one on. We'll see what we got. Okay, wow. 590.9 grains. Wow, that is heavy. I think that's my heaviest arrow to date. Okay. My last ones were in the what were they? Can't read my writing here. I got them all scratched out. 582. So we're looking at about maybe 10 grains heavier. Okay, here's my other one. And we are at 591.4. So yeah, I'm going to adjust the tips a little bit. That's fine. Find a tip that's going to make these arrows more what do you call it, within my margin of 1 grain. We can play around with that a little bit. It doesn't hurt. Okay, so there we go. All those are done. So 590. Is definitely the biggest arrow that I've ever done, or the heaviest arrow I've ever done. So I'm going to be good with that. So I'm thinking out of my center point Viper RS 470. I'm going to guess right around maybe 390, maybe. But the kinetic energy and momentum, that's probably going to be up there. I'm hoping. That's my goal. So, with that said, again, hit that subscribe button, hit that all notification bell, leave me a comment, give these videos a thumbs up. If you haven't done the other videos, come back, give them a thumbs up. And share these with your family, friends, and your worst enemies. And again, thank you for watching. And remember, these episodes are dedicated to my son. Thank you again for watching Utah Crossbow Hunter.